Folks, now we are going to the video lesson about operations with trading robots here on the Objectiva platform. Once on your home page, you can click on Access Operations, or simply go to the left side menu, click on Operations, and you will be directed to the robots page. Here you can select one of the pre-configured robots, both in the free section, which are the free robots, as well as in the paid robots section, where there are premium robots from the advanced course, and also from the unlimited virtual loss, which is a safety barrier that I will also explain to you in this lesson. Going here to the free section, the free robots, you can select a robot. I will pick one here that has faster entries, for example, the SIPO Cleopatra bot. By selecting it, you are already taken to the management section. Since you already have an account with Deriv today, if you don't have one yet, you need to create an account with the parent broker. You will click here on Connect to link your account to Deriv. You will enter your email and password to link your account within the platform and have your operations executed. I will connect my account here and be right back. Done. I just logged my Deriv account into the platform. Now, you have here at your disposal your demo account to perform test operations, or your real account to trade for real. I will show the difference. If you are using your demo account and start the robot, you can see that the entries begin to, yes, they will start to be executed as they are just fictitious entries. You are not losing the amount you deposited, nor are you gaining. When you trade on your demo account, your account record here for each contract ends with an 8. So you really know that you are working with your demo account. And so the robot operates with you, testing the operations, right? Have you already tasted the operation you want to see? Give a stop robot, switch your account to the real account, and now you will start trading with the money you deposited. We will also have a video lesson on how to deposit and withdraw from the platform and Deriv. And now, your amount here is your real amount that you can withdraw to your bank account. Arriving here, I will use the same robot Cleopatra, which is a faster operation. You will select your management here, entering your Telegram ID if you want to receive notifications on your phone. How many virtual losses, which is a safety barrier in your operation, they will put your demo account first to catch a sequence of losses before you enter your real account. It's a great barrier, a great option for those with a small bankroll. Initial bet, I will set the minimum bet, which is 0.35 cents, a target of $2 to hit quickly. And the limit of consecutive losses, which is your stop loss, you can also set according to your bankroll. Here you set your risk management, which is the Gale multiplier. It's the rate at which you take your loss stake and multiply it, because that way you recover your past loss and still make a little profit in the market. This video lesson on risk management on the Gale factor, we will also have later on, as I will release a very automated and dynamic spreadsheet so that you know exactly your exposure in the market and also how to manage a small bankroll, a medium bankroll, a large bankroll. So don't worry, because here we demonstrate the operation first and then we narrow down the content on management, okay? I will set a conservative management, which is times 2.2, and click Start Robot. There you go. Cleopatra will start working on your account. Every time the last digit here from the robot, here from the contract is above the number 4, you will win your stake, okay? You will have a gain on your contract. When it is below 4, you will lose. The multiplication factor will come into play, multiplying by 2.2 in this case. This way you recover your loss and still make a profit, as you can see above. Profit loss at this moment here, look, 0.99. As soon as it reaches my target, it will stop automatically. Let's wait for it to hit the $2. This is working without using virtual loss. Here is the reference you can see. it already ends with the number 1, showing that you are in your real account where you deposited funds. Let's wait at least for it to hit the $2. Each robot has its pre-analysis, its way of working. And you can also watch the tutorial videos on how they operate, where I have already left everything detailed so that you understand what the robot is thinking before executing your contract. Getting one more win, it can already hit the target. There you go, it's going to get a win now. Done. Here, congratulations. Target reached at $2.29. This amount you can withdraw, bit out to your account, to your bank account. If you want to change the robot, you come here. Look, select robot, choose another one here that you want. If you want to know how it works, click here, look, on this info icon. A video about it will appear with me explaining the entire pre-analysis, okay? Let's choose the Legolas bot now. It will keep track of your profit or loss here, look. You come here to your management. Enter your initial bet again. Your target, you will set it here, let's say, a target of $3. When your profit or loss hits 3, it will stop the target again. If you want to earn another $3 in this operation, and you already have 2.29, you will set it to 5.29, okay? Which is $3 more. If you keep it at 3, as soon as your overall target hits $3, it will stop. Let's leave it at 3, just so you can see how it works. Enter a minimum stake again. Loss limit here, oops. I will set it to 500, and here I will keep it as conservative. Start robot. It will also start the operations. Notice that the type of operation has already changed. If previously Cleopatra worked with digit over, which is an operation of digits above, now Legolas works with market trends. It works with put and call, which are operations of depreciation and appreciation after a market analysis, which you can see here in the notifications tab. See, look, here it shows what the bot is reading. Here the operations part, and in the first part the management of the bots. Let's leave it on operations so you can see the part that will show your win or your loss. It keeps working. As soon as it hits $3, it will stop. Then I'll show you the importance of the safety barrier, which is the virtual loss. There, look, let's see if it will start to pick up. Look, it's getting a sequence of losses now. This sequence of losses, you could put it more in your demo account, that account where you are not losing money. Then after this sequence of consecutive losses, you can enter with your real account. You avoid taking these initial losses and only start working on your real account from the 4th entry. This is very important for those who have a bankroll of $50 to $100. Because if you have $50 today using this virtual loss, it's as if you have at least a bankroll of $150. You stop losing money in your real account and transfer this responsibility to your virtual account. Look, Legolas is losing more than winning today, right? Let's wait for him to make this recovery. And as soon as he hits the target, I'll show you the difference of the virtual loss, Ibai, for you to use a lot. Let's go. Wait, look, he made 3 losses here, then recovered. The entire recovery here is already programmed to recover all the losses you had and still make a little more money in this recovery. Legolas is taking quite a few losses today. Look. Let's wait for him to make this recovery then. I think with 1 or 2 gains, he'll hit his target. Let's see now if he can hit it. Look, he recovered. Recovered, hit the target. Okay? This case became quite interesting because our virtual loss system in the free robot section allows you up to a maximum of 3 virtual losses per operation. In other words, if you take 3 losses in your demo account, it will start in your real account. You would have just 1 real account entry to earn your stake, your gain. What do you mean? Let's put this into practice. I come here. You can set as many virtual losses as you want up to the number 3. If you set 4, you cannot. The system itself will identify and reduce your virtual loss to 3. All right? Let's first set a virtual loss here. For you to understand, look, start robot. Now, the first entry of the Legolas is in your virtual account. See here, look, virtual price. If you win or lose this entry, it won't come out of your account. Did you see that it didn't change my balance here? After it loses this first entry, you will start entering your real account. But first, of course, I forgot to increase my target. Here, look, I increased it to $5. Now I go back to setting it to work. Every time you set a robot to work again, remember to also adjust the target upwards, because the robot will aim for the new target. Here, look, it took a loss in the virtual account, which I set here. Now it will enter my real account using my initial bet, which is 0.35. Let's see. Okay, took a loss. After making the virtual loss, now it will even go to seek my gain, right? It will even go to seek this win of mine and resume operations again until it makes a virtual loss again and then continue in my real account. Let's see if it recovers now. Recovered. Here, you can see a virtual loss. It already enters the real account. Let's now set 3 virtual losses. This means that the operation needs to have 3 consecutive losses in my demo account before starting in my real account. Look there, it already took one. Every time it makes a win, it resets the count. It always needs to make 3 consecutive losses before going to your real account. It took 1. Let's see if it takes 3 in a row now. There you go. 1 more virtual loss now, and it will go to my real account. Leagues today working in a very taking losses, right? Taking quite a few losses there. Let's see now if it takes another loss. Look, it took another loss now. What will happen? Instead of these 3 losses going to your real account, which would be this sum here, you let your virtual account take these losses so that now your real account can enter. So if you have a bankroll that can withstand a sequence of losses up to 7 entries, now you have a bankroll that can handle 10 consecutive entries because you are leaving 3 in your demo account. See how you can have more security in your operation? I know it might be an even more complicated system for those who are just starting now. But for those who are already familiar with this type of operation, who already know Deriv, will love this because you are using both of your accounts at the same time. And instead of working with a small bankroll, having a higher risk, this system here can definitely save your management. See, look, it is also making gains in the virtual account and it resets the entire account. You need to have 3 consecutive losses before you start operating in your real account. Then you might say, okay, Cristiano, but I only have a bankroll of just $10. I need more virtual losses for my operation up to be safer. Here in the free robot section, you have up to 3 losses per operation. You come here, look, Cleopatra. If you set 4 virtual losses for you to go to your real account, let me set a higher target here, 0.35. If you set 4 virtual losses when you start the robot, it will already inform you that the maximum limit is 3 virtual losses and you will work with 3. There is no way to exceed 3 in the free robot section. Let's wait here for it to take 3 consecutive losses so you can see. And then start the virtual loss. It will stop operating to start on my real account. But you also need to pay attention, which will also be covered in the management class. If you have 7 dark pool entries in your real account, if I take 7 consecutive losses, what will I lose? Okay, but I have 3 virtual losses here. It goes to 10 entries in total. You need to take your limit of consecutive losses and add them up. I have 3 virtual losses in my account, in my demo account, plus 7 in my real account, totaling 10 consecutive losses. I will only hit stop if the Cleopatra bot makes 10 consecutive errors. See how important this is, how it can extend the life of your bankroll, even if you have a small bankroll. Because the larger your bankroll, the more opportunities you have to recover from a sequence of consecutive losses, right? Now, if you have a small bankroll, today your contribution is smaller. You use your demo account as if it were a test subject in your operation to take that initial sequence of losses and only then start with your real account. It's okay if it gets a bit confusing at first, but it's by operating that you will learn better. Here, look, see? You took 3 losses on the demo account. Now I would have to take 7 consecutive losses on my real account to lose. That's a lot of consecutive losses, right? Can it happen? Of course it can. But this already gives you much more security. Now you say, okay, Chris, I have my $10 here, but I need to work with more virtual losses. In this case, there are paid options here. You come here to the Cleopatra bot itself, which we were using. Besides having many more robots available, see? You also have this virtual loss, which is unlimited. You can come here, choose the Cleopatra bot. Here you go to operations. I want to work now with 4 virtual losses. 1 more virtual loss. You will put 11 here because you have 4 virtual losses plus 7 from your bankroll. Initial bet 0.35. Goal $5 and the gain factor. The gain factor, in the case of paid robots, I leave it open for the user to set, because once you are already in a paid plan, you are also in a more advanced plan where you need to understand this multiplication factor, as there are people who want to work with a lower multiplication, just times 2, or someone who wants to work with a higher multiplication of 2.4. Then you already have this kind of preference to recover more value than you used to after a sequence of losses, or recover less, right? So I will set it to 2.4 virtual losses and start the robot. I will only lose if there are 11 consecutive losses with the Cleopatra bot. Okay, this here, folks, is the trading class. I know it might have taken a bit longer, but it's to make this issue of virtual loss very clear. You need to understand this because it will definitely save your account if you have a small balance. Okay? Let's wait to get 4 consecutive losses. Later, I'll also show that in the premium robots, right, of the consistent trader, you also have this issue of unlimited virtual loss to always keep your operation as safe as possible. If it starts taking too long to hit those 4 losses, I'll cut the video here, okay? I'll speed it up so we don't have to wait for those 4 consecutive losses. Let's wait first because I want you to see this difference. It's alternating look. Here in the demo account, it wins. Then in my virtual account, it loses. It won, resets the count again. It needs to make 4 consecutive losses below the number 4 for it to take a loss. Look, 2 consecutive losses now. Let's see if it gets another one. Oh, it got a win. What am I going to do? I'm going to cut the video. And as soon as it takes the 4 consecutive losses, I'll be right back. Here, folks, it took 4 consecutive losses. It goes to my real account up and starts trading. You see that I only needed 1 entry in my real account to get this gain, this profit, and exit again. It's much safer to trade like this with this virtual loss in case you have a long loss streak. You see here, look, it continued taking losses. My opportunity to get this win was at this moment. Here, look, it continues taking losses. Now it goes to my real account again. Let's see. It continued taking losses in my real account. As soon as it goes above number 4, it will get a gain and exit. Let's wait for it to get a gain, because as soon as it does, it will probably even hit my target again. It has to go above number 4. Look, it exited. Great. I hit my target again, 5.08. This time using virtual loss with 4 entries in the demo account, Bakitran, and after it enters my real account, I already enter with a bit more security. In this matter of digits, it's more about probability, but even so, you can get your gain, right? Hit your target with a bit more security. If you come back here, select robot. Let's choose a premium bot. Here, the sniper robot. It is a much more developed robot. Here you have many more settings. See? Look at the number of settings. That's why this robot is in the advanced section, the premium section. Here you can also set how many losses you want to use in the operation. Chris, I want to use more virtual losses. Then you come here, subscriptions. You can subscribe to the unlimited virtual loss plan or join the consistent trader, where you also have annual access to all the robots with this unlimited loss. Okay? This was the video lesson on trading operations with robots. In the next lesson, we will cover the manual operations that we also have here. In case you like to do technical analysis, add indicators. You also have this available here on the Objective platform.